another stream, another whatsoever comes, another not planned, not prepared, no script, not whatsoever. So a blank piece of paper, tabula rasa. Let's see what happens. Everything is a surprise, as you never know what the next moment will bring. Isn't it beautiful? Not knowing what the next moment will bring. Is this not beautiful? Again, repeating, like not knowing what the next moment will bring. And the next one, okay, now this, the next one, this, here, like not like it's like a block of moments, one after another. It is the eternal moment itself, but just this absolute freedom of not knowing and not needing to know what the next moment will bring. Absolute freedom. Alleluia. So, despite the fact that what you truly are is everything and nothing, contains all possible, impossible possibilities of manifestation, which is the nature of God. So exactly knowing this inner trust and knowing that everything is always already there in the potential of that what God is, knowing exactly that every next moment or possible future that never comes because it's always the moment will always be that what already is here and now in the potential of that what God is. So that's the paradox. Hey, what's up? Welcome. The paradox of you, which doesn't know any paradox, but just like knowing that everything is already, the whole future that will seemingly come is already, but still from the perspective of, like, from this, you will never know what the next moment will bring. And that's the gift, like always fresh, always not knowing and not combined with fear, oh, I don't know what will come and what will happen to me, what will come, maybe it will be very bad. No, because this is always this ego that asks itself, what could be, what comes, hey man. And this fear is just not there. This fear of the future, of whatsoever, it's just imagined bullshit that it's not existing. Hello guys, welcome. So just this beauty of your nature that you never know what the next moment will bring, but you exactly know whatever comes, it is coming out of that what you are, out of the godliness that you are. And it is coming all out of the unconditional love, because there is nothing else. Hello guys, welcome. South Africa, nice. Practice meditation on a daily basis helps me a lot. Yeah, absolutely. So this is how you are manifesting yourself in your appearance. So you cannot avoid it. So meditation is for you now that which is for you, made for you. So it's like getting into the inner and seemingly recognizing who you are. Yeah. And just you cannot avoid the meditation. So yeah. So you will always do that what life wants to manifest, because there is no you, there is only life. Yeah. And how many of us, everybody of us, if we really confess and are really honest with ourselves, how much of those things that we wanted or wished to appear appeared. Yeah. So it's like it might happen, but mostly it not happens. Yeah. So It's always life itself that plays everything simultaneously, but there is no instance in between to decide what to do, what not to do. But everything that happens is exactly absolute, that what has to be, otherwise it will be something different. And that's the freedom. The freedom of not interfering. I read comments, but there are many already. I just wanted to say that this interfering in this moment, that's the seemingly hindrance, and that's what causes suffering. In what way soever, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I have a terrible German accent. I agree with that. Yeah. No, that's the opposite of philosophy, what is happening here. This is nothing about concepts. This is nothing about knowledge, nothing about meanings or theories or some concepts. None about that, nothing. This is just truth speaking to itself, because there is only truth. That's the whole point behind all this content created here. It's just you talking to yourself. It's just self-talk of God. There's nothing else but God talking with himself. There is no separation. Because for being a philosopher, calling yourself a philosopher, again, you are like an instant of an ego. And I have an idea. I have a concept of this. And there are other concepts, all the bubbles and all the separation. This is not about what is going on here on this channel. That's the exactly opposite. Then you will be very disappointed here, because none of that is happening here. There is no God because you are God. So for God, there cannot be a God. Yeah? Because God doesn't know himself. God is God. God is you. You are God, like the title of my video. But there is no God. Because whatever you think exists or is, it's just an idea. It cannot be real. Because you are God, my dear. There's nothing else. So for God, there is no God. And if you believe there is no God or believe there is a God, it's both of them. It's separation and forgetfulness, where God seemingly forgets himself that he is God. So it's just a dream. Like God is saying there is no God. Thanks God there is no God. Because then all this separation, all these illusions of one and two duality just drops in one split of second, where God seemingly recognizes himself again out of the dream of the ego, where to say that it's a recognition, it's already wrong, because God is God, always, eternal. There's nothing that can change it. But the seemingly recognition, just, okay, I am God. There is nothing else. And thanks God, there is no God. So for that, what God is, there is no second God or beyond God or creator of the creator or whatsoever. It's just your nature. It's just that what you are, truly are. Yeah. Love from India, love from Germany, brother. Yeah, welcome. Enjoy. So for all of those who are new here on this channel, on this live stream, it's just a space for the truth, being in truth together, yeah? Just being our authentically self. And whatever wants to arise, questions, just the authenticity, authentic being in truth together. No negativity, just being absolutely free, accepted, everything that is, just with everything, just being, sharing thoughts, sharing questions, especially. Yeah. I would be careful saying there is no God. Yes, there is one consciousness, but who knows if something is beyond that? Yeah, this is again a question of a God who is forgotten. So this knowing that you are God and there is no second God, is just your very true nature. It's just something absolute natural. So, and I do everything in my power to remind you that you are God and there's nothing beyond anymore. So it's like, okay, consciousness, yeah, but what is before consciousness? Before consciousness, you still have to be that what you are. So like in the deep sleep at night, when you go to sleep at night, everything shuts down, like God is shutting down even the consciousness. And you are that what is before consciousness, beyond consciousness. But that what is beyond consciousness, the absolute darkness of your nature, this is what you are. But there's nothing beyond anymore. And this is this. And out of that, which is beyond consciousness, which is the absolute, consciousness as the world and humanity universe arises every morning as a manifestation. And this is direct. This is you. This is your nature. So yes, consciousness is there, but consciousness is already a manifestation. But that what you are is beyond consciousness. And this is what is always here. Always that which cannot not be. But it's not a definition. It's not like I am that, I'm not that. It's not like an I on an ego claiming I am this. But this is what you cannot not be. This is beyond everything, yeah? So then is it possible to retain our consciousness? You know, you are what you are already here. You can only be what you are already always. Otherwise, all those concepts and these ideas to get back to your nature, to retain your consciousness, to come back home, to find your home somewhere in the future, you know, hope for getting to the heaven, finding God, finding love, finally being fulfilled and whole. All those ideas arise out of the ego, not from you, because you are already what you are, here and now. Absolute here and now. Because there is only this eternal moment which you are, which is the absolute stillness and absence of every trying of understanding. Every try of understanding, when you stop putting attention on all those questions, when you just are here and now completely, authentically, and not putting attention into any question, then suddenly the answer that you are, which doesn't need anything, any question and any requirement, it is just by itself, absolute obviousness. So this is the whole point. Because every question arises again out of this ego that tries to, you know, find something which is never to find. Because you already are what you are here and now, always, eternal. So just don't put attention to this concept and questions. When you are without any question, that's the answer. Yeah? So like this, silence is the language of God. What is between the words? What is when the question is not there? This is the question. What is there when the questioner is not there and the question is not arising? What is there? What is here and now? Just be completely and don't put, like, observe the mind. Just be and see that there is a tendency to go to the stories, to try to ask, to try to reach some state, going wherever. And then when you see that, this disappears, and that clarity of your nature will be just more obvious to itself. Like every question is like running away from that what you are. Running away from this eternal moment, here and now, exactly as it is, with everything. And there is no question in that. There's no questioner. Because the questioner is again an appearance of a separate instance, which is not there, like every night the questioner and everything is just disappearing into nothingness, into that what you are before consciousness, into the absolute what you are. So if the questioner will be real, the questioner will be always in the deep sleep, but everything disappears, yeah? And what remains is always that what you cannot not be, this absolute, which every word is too much to describe, every word, but what is between words? What is when the silence is there? This absolute, unconditional, undescribable what you are. It's always, it cannot not be. Okay, many questions here, guys. Is there a way to let go of the ego? That's what I'm talking about all the time. There is no way to let go of the ego, because every way to let go of the ego is maintaining the ego. Every way or method or whatsoever to reach, again, you want to reach a state where there will be no ego. But the problem is the ego is saying that, because the ego can only maintain where there is the method and trying and reaching and going from A to B. And as long as this process is going on, the ego can survive. That's the paradox. So there's no way, because there is no ego in that way. So by just being here and now, you will not find any ego. And it's always this coming back to this moment, coming back to that what is here and now, where the ego and all these seemingly methods or whatsoever will just not be needed anymore, yeah? What to do in a world where everything around you is based on ego? How is it possible to let it go? Just don't put attention to the world. That's the first. Don't put attention to the outer world. And then, because you do it seemingly, and then you are separate from yourself, you are judging the world, you are justifying the world, you are identified with the world, yeah? Because you put attention to the outer world. And then the world seems to be real, and then everything is like fucked and so bad, and then you are just, you know, all about this ego. Ego tries to just survive in all those judgments and attachments. So just be here and now and see that you are separating yourself, because there is no real inner and outer world. There is just this what is, which is the absolute immediate manifestation of godliness that you are, exactly as it is. Everything that arises out of you, and there is no problem anymore, because for the problem has to be the appearance of the ego. So when you just see that you are identifying yourself, and by these identifications you are separating yourself from yourself seemingly, and then therefore you're suffering, and therefore you have this question. But by just not putting attention to the world, again, it's all the way of avoiding the present moment, avoiding going there, you know, by just simply being and not putting the attention, not to the outer world, not to the inner world of thoughts, by just being and observing, those tendencies that you describe will get less and less powerful. When you just, where the energy flows, where the attention goes, yeah? Attention and then energy. Wherever the attention flows, the energy follows, yeah? So just don't put attention to the world. Wait a second, guys. Yeah, what nationality? I am Polish, but living most of my life in Germany now. So yeah, I'm Polish blood, 100% Polish blood flowing through my veins. So this sounds like interesting conversation. Honestly, the most short live streams. Yeah, this is made for that. Just the open space for authenticity here. Yeah, that we just come together, just be ourselves, being in this present moment that we are. You know, exploring, asking, being together, sharing things, just having fun, and all questions that you have, guys, which wants to be shared, wants to be finally like accepted, and when, you know, going to the just into the presence that you are, so it can dissolve, question whatever you have, you know. That's the room for that. It's a regular live stream that I offer for you guys. So just be yourself and just share whatever you want to share. Yeah. Yeah, like the mind is a beautiful tool. Yeah, it's like a SSD in a laptop or a computer where the data is saved and you can use the data for a task. But the problem is that we are full of viruses. We are just here, and this becomes the master of a herd, and not like herd is like you are the master of the mind, because that what they truly are is not conditioned by the mind. Just imagine that the sun could be conditioned by the shadow or the clouds on the sky. How is it possible? It's just not possible. Yeah, like the sun is ever shining, just effortlessly flowing, and the energy just love flowing, so to say, the light. But there's no disturbance. The light itself is just shining out of love, out of itself. The sun, the beautiful sun that gives life to everything. Yeah. But the problem is that we are seemingly identifying ourselves with the clouds, that we think we are a cloud or the shadow, but the shadow is nothing nor more or less or not more than absence of light, that we seemingly forgot that we are the light. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy. You can like if you like the content, subscribe, like, ask any question. I have also other offers that you can check on my homepage or my description, and just, yeah, enjoy. If you feel the resonance, you can always ask me, and yeah. Sometimes life feels empty. There is no empathy. Not for you, not for that what you truly are. You are unconditional love. You can only love and give. That's the beauty of your nature. But when you forget yourself and you get into the interaction to the present moment, how it is, then you think it should be different, and you're getting lost. It's like God is getting lost in his own creation. Yeah, like everything is always immediate, absolute, spontaneous manifestation of unconditional love. Everything is always okay, because everything is just an experience which cannot condition that what is the source of the experience, which is unconditional love. But you are getting seemingly forgotten into the mind, into the stories, into some concepts of who you are, who you are not. So, you know, so just remind yourself that you are not the human body. You are not in separation. There is no subject and object world in separation, because if you believe that when there is a subject and object, And the subject has to have some ideas or, you know, interpretations, identifications of the outer world. But there is no world and there is no I, because there is only that what is. That's why my channel is called You Are That. This is the direct pointer on your nature. You are always the totality of that which is everything. And then there is no I anymore, which can identify with something and then make it real. This is the dream. And always coming back to this moment. Just being absolutely yourself. There is no problem. And there is only love. And there cannot be something else than love. That's the beauty of your nature. So many questions, guys. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Yeah, the mind is a beautiful tool, yeah. Absolutely. So, no, I'm just saying the sun like a metaphor to describe your nature, yeah. I just want to say that you are not conditioned by the mind, because you are that what is unconditional, because everything arises out of you, and the mind is just a tool. So the thoughts can arise, but there's nobody who can be disturbed by the thoughts. There's no instance of ego, of I, that could be disturbed by thought processes, yeah? And this is what we seemingly forget. We're completely in this concept, completely rushing here, planning 2 weeks in advance, and all this. When this happens, what happens then? What they have to do? What they do? But there's no even tomorrow. There's no next moment in reality, yeah? When the next moment arrives, it is as it is, but there's no idea on tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. There's only just this what arises, this, you, everything. Absolute freshness, beauty, manifestation of God. But the ego, of course, can only exist when there is a seemingly tomorrow and this past that never happened. And that's the dream. So just reminding all the time, just coming back to this moment, just being, and seeing what is. Then all those identifications, they lose power, yeah? Like the sun is dissolving every shadow. That what you are cannot not be. This is the beauty itself. Then no shadow has any chance anymore. And just by coming always back to this moment, all those identifications with the shadows, oh, the world is sad, how to compassion, there's this, oh, it's so hard. This shadow just disappears more and more. When you just come back, you can meditate if you want. And I recommend, like, find a place for you, find a time in a day for you when you are not disturbed, when you can go to the nature, or just sit on the couch when there's silence and no distractions around you, and just be, like doing nothing, like absolutely nothing. Because then you become still and silent. You become silent. You will be not like, oh, I have to grab the phone, I have to go to work, there's somebody here, and then you will be like in solitary and not distracted by the world seemingly, which doesn't want anything from you, and you don't want anything from the world, just being by yourself. And then you are authentically yourself, and then you can start observing the thoughts and seeing that there are tendencies of going into analysis, of interpretations, all these attachments and desires. You can just be with that and see that there are those tendencies, And just by seeing, just by being and not giving attention to this and seeing that there are those tendencies of avoidance of the present moment, then you are always just this, the unconditional freedom is just getting more obvious to itself, which is your nature. Yeah. Being an atheist is again another bubble. Atheists, nihilists, Christians, Buddhists, it's all bubbles, it's all ego. So you cannot define yourself as this or that, because then again God is separating himself from his godliness into an idea, into a concept, into religion. So again, this is bullshit. It's not that what God is. Yeah. It happened to me many times to ask myself deep questions and I opened the Bible to a random page and read the answer or something important. Then I needed to read it the moment this has, nothing happens. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So everything that happens from your birth until today was a perfect arrangement. Perfect arrangement. Every moment, every situation was already there before the birth. And everything that will come seemingly in the future, which is always the present moment, is already here. So it's just like a movie that just playing itself. Yeah. And there are no coincidences. They are only miracles, so to say. Yeah. Oh, something happened with my phone. I'm like really bright now. Oh, okay. So no coincidences. When there is like a moment when you have a question, then you open the Bible, there is suddenly this quote that explains your question or something like that. And that this is just a godliness playing itself in this moment of reminding, of understanding something, of learning something, just reminding. So it's not a coincidence, it's a godly moment of self-realization, so to say. Yeah, no coincidences possible. I'm not a professor or philosopher. No, not at all. No. You sound like Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, Eckhart Tolle has a different voice. Yeah, but yeah, Eckhart Tolle, yeah, it's the same. Like Eckhart Tolle is also pointing on our nature. Eckhart Tolle is only pointing on that what you are. Yeah. Lukasz exactly the same, because this is you. This is no Lukasz separate from you. This is you. This is God in another form. Brother from another mother. It's always God. You are God. Talking to yourself. And Eckhart Tolle is also God. Everything is God. Even Putin is God. The war is God. So there is no you and me in reality, in separation, as everything is God. Everything is love. Yeah. And here we are in this room to remind ourselves on that. Yeah. Just to remind. So the ego, all this bullshit can drop in the meditation that you are. As meditation is the only thing that is. Yeah. I'm not a psychologist. Like psychology is, psychology is also like a bubble again. I don't say everything, but from my experience, psychologists are also like, because this profession is very young, it's like not even 200 years, maybe even less, the psychology, and it's again on the human level, certain help for people, but I would always say psychology will never free you. Psychology is not liberation. As psychologists, again, are also like mostly forgotten. Yeah. and they are doing their job. This is also life's manifestation, God's manifestation. But like always said, the ego can feel better. The human body-mind system, which is identified with the ego in a world, can feel better, can accept his past, can lose the fear of the future, but it's still the prison of the ego, yeah? Psychology. It's all, again, a bubble. There's a human, there's a real human with real past, with real future, with real experiences. So it's all about the ego. Psychology can help, okay, acceptance, resilience, you know, some methods to accept something, to you know, to see the trauma, maybe to release the trauma, but it's still the prison of the ego, yeah? So it's like psychologists, when there's a therapy going on or whatsoever, can go to the prison cell of the human and then maybe clean the room, put a carpet on it, some curtains on the window, new flowers, giving a smell or something, clean the toilet, and then go out. But it's still the prison of the ego. And what we are doing here is just destroying the walls of the prison, so we can see that you are the infinite life, eternal life itself, where the ego is not there and only God remains. So it's not a, oh, good ego, you can do something, you will feel better, you just have to do this. It's like they completely drop off with this fucking ego, and there what remains is just love in God. So I'm not a psychologist, not philosopher, nothing. Yeah, but there are also good concepts, yes, like it can help on a relative level, on the relative area, it can help, of course. But it's not the liberation. Liberation is the recognition that there has never been any ego in any relative instance, in a world, in separation to other people, in relationship to other people. All of these are concepts and separation, guys, yeah? Yeah. Let me read the questions. But one good takeaway from that was tomorrow is never promised. Tomorrow is never promised. Tomorrow never comes. So you had an experience, yeah? This experience for you was meant for you. And you either know now why, or you will know why this experience was for you, yeah? As nothing ever happened, really, yeah? No revenge. No, revenge is again fighting against yourself. Wherever you take revenge on somebody, you are fighting against yourself. You are in a war with yourself. Revenge is not knowing who you are. You cannot take revenge on somebody because you are the other that you try to take revenge of, yeah? You are everybody and everything. So when somebody did something to you, there's a beautiful German word, Arschengel. It's like a holy asshole, translated. So the mind might think, oh, this asshole has to be punished. I have to take revenge on him. But this is only the mind, and this is the forgetfulness of who you are. But the hurt and what you are exactly knows that this human that did something to you was a gift for you to awaken, not to identify and fight and revenge and what the fuck he did, just to take the gift and recognize and see it as a gift to awaken to your true nature, that it was sent by you to yourself to trigger you, so you can recognize that what you truly are it cannot be triggered. So it was a gift for you to awaken. Everything that happens to you in your life is a gift for you to awaken, yeah? There are only gifts. I made a video on that, guys. Maybe if you can watch. I pray that things get better. Everything is always absolutely in divine order. There is nothing wrong about anything. Everything is always godliness, love, playing itself. It's just an experience. It's just a dream. It's not reality, it's a dream. And you're the absolute dreamer of everything. And always is everything is okay, because nothing can ever change your nature. Nothing can condition you. That's the beauty of your nature. Everything is always in divine order. But when you forget yourself in the ego, then everything is like relative and hard and whatsoever. So just an idea. Yeah, it's been a rough fucking time, but you're still here for a reason. It made you stronger. You're not dead. There's always a gift to take out of every situation, a gift. God is giving you only gifts. Hard times, rough times are only gifts. What age? Yeah, age is just a number, and every number makes me younger. So I don't even count how old I am. And when I have a birthday, I have to count it on paper. Yeah. Yeah, I like your accent. Thank you. I try my best. Yeah, Polish, German, English now. Yeah. No, there is no body. Oh, like the word "no body" is beautiful because there is no real body. This seemingly body is the appearance of consciousness. There is no body. It's just that what is. It's not like in separation to this pen or something. Yeah. Like, you know, the Matrix movie as well. There's this, you know, when bending the spoon. And that's actually the beautiful scene of the movie. Like the Neo thinks he's the subject and he could bend the spoon and the spoon is the object. And he tries to, out of the subject, in separation to the object, trying to bending the spoon. And then the boy is saying, don't try to bend the spoon because this is not possible. Wait a minute, guys, I have to, somebody's on the door. I'm back. And I lost my, I was talking about the Matrix, yeah, and the spoon. So yeah, the boy says, don't try to bend the spoon because it's impossible. And then he says, instead of that, try to imagine the truth. And Neo is asking, what truth? And the boy is saying, there is no spoon. And then he says, then you will realize that not you are bending, not the spoon is bending, but yourself. And then in that moment, the idea of the subject, I am here the subject, and the object disappears. And what remains is consciousness itself, and then the spoon is bending, you know? So the idea of subject-object, of the separation disappears, and then the spoon is bending. Like here, now look. You see? Okay. I am also God. Everything is God. There's only God. Oh, guys, it's impossible. How many questions is that? Okay. Wait a minute. I have to read all of them now. Yeah, I hear also sometimes in night. Yeah. Osho is great, then that's exactly what is meant for you now, to read or hear Osho, because it's Osho is you. Osho was just another appearance of God, which is you, which is just now reminding you through those words on your true nature. That's the only point. Like this here, it's the same. You are talking to yourself, brother, and reminding you are God, living God as a human body. Just, yeah. Do you like Friedrich Nietzsche? Not really. Like, what did he say? God is dead, yeah? So now God is there, remain, and Nietzsche is not there, so who cares? But life is too short to experience life. No, life is eternal. You are the whole eternity. Life is not short. Life cannot not be. Life is eternal. So you are identifying with the body, human, and you think that you will die and then life is over and it's so short. After death, life continues immediately in another form of experience, another form, another form, another form, another form. Everything is possible. You are eternal life. So, yeah. Osho read like 150,000 books. It's quite of an achievement, yeah. Life is here, there is no God, our lives are critically important, we are alive, we are life itself, we are God. There's nothing but you in all those appearances. Everything that which is you, yeah? Oh guys, you're spamming. Yeah. Okay. Do you enjoy coffee? Yeah, but I reduce my coffee consumption to a very minimum, and probably I will get rid of it completely because it's a substance, and I discovered something more natural to get like awake into the day, like in the morning, to get like, you know, to make the body completely like awake, so to say. It's like standing up in the morning at 5 and taking an ice cold shower. This is it. And then going outside and making, in the fresh air, in the nature, breath exercises like Wim Hof, And I discovered it for me, it's a very challenging, very disciplined way, like ice cold shower in the morning after waking up, and breath work outside or even walking outside. It's like the most challenging, disciplined things, hard things you can do. But when you do that, it's like such a gift. Like you are completely, absolutely, the body and everything is just, the mind is still, and just pure being presence and whatever can come. So yeah, coffee is like a substance that makes you awake, and then you need another, and then you have this up and downs. So I realize for me now that it's like there is something much better, a natural way. So you can also talk about that, also about diet and stuff, I'm eating now like people before the civilization, 12,000 years ago, only that what nature is giving us, so it has many, many very good benefits. Like I never felt better like that. I feel only better all day. So because we have so many toxins in ourselves, yeah, alcohol, cigarettes, vaping, Coca-Cola, all this fast food, all this, it's not food, guys, it's not nutrition, yeah. It's not Like the body needs the best quality nutrition elements, minerals, proteins, fats. That's what the nature is giving us, but we are eating such a bullshit and junk food and drinking it. And the body all the time is screaming, what do you do to me? Don't give such a bullshit to me. Like you are not watering your plants with Coca-Cola or beers. Yeah, just put water there. But what we put in our body is such a bullshit, such a waste of, such a garbage and destructive things. And therefore we are so sick. And we have problems with sleeping, and we have no energy, and we have diseases. So just eat naturally, drink water and tea, fish, meat, eggs, vegetables, fruits, nuts, herbs, and seeds. This is the nature what is giving us. Everything else is like a damaged food and chemicals, and it loses all the quality of nutrition which the body needs. Yeah, it's actually so easy, but we have forgotten this completely, and we are like junkies after sugar, after caffeine, after other substances. You know, we have to come back to nature. We have to come back to nature. You know, because now we are getting in this peak of really stupidity. So many diseases, so many pharmacy, you know. We just have to find back to our natural way of life. Going into the cold, walking, exercising, eating natural, fasting, you know. This is what here came into my life, into this appearance. And I can only say only positive things about that, guys. Like everything gets better. Your body, you're overweight, everything loses, everything is just like, could be not better, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, like life wants to experience itself in all possible ways, all possible varieties, but nothing really happens, yeah? It's just an experience, even if it's a very dark, evil experience. It's just an experience for a certain time, because there is no time. It's always the dream and always the eternal moment. So everything can happen, everything will arise, everything will be experienced, but nothing really happens by all this seemingly happening. So when you think that something real is happening, then it's only because you don't know who you are. Life itself, just playing the game, just dreaming it. And the wholeness, the whole existence will be not whole without all the opposites, yeah? Duality. No left, no right, no bad, no good, no high, no low, no dark, no light, no young, no old, no woman, no man, no child, no mature, no hot, no cold, no winters, no summers. It's all the duality. It's needed for experience. Like God has a dilemma. God can only experience himself when there's a duality, seemingly. And also, like you cannot remember who you truly are when you don't forget yourself, seemingly. And here we are, reminding ourselves that we are God. You know? But in the forgetfulness, you cannot forget yourself because you still are God. And that's not possible. That's the only thing that is not possible, that God can forget himself. But seemingly the game is going on like that. That's seemingly there is like, who am I? What is the truth? What is this? Yeah. So it's all like a dream of the ego, but it's not real. And here we are. This whole appearance is made for this talking, yeah? Just reminding yourself that you are God. Nothing ever happened. Okay, let me read some questions, guys. Yeah, it doesn't make sense because nobody will understand that. There's nobody to understand anything. That's the question. Who wants to understand something? What life, what God it will be that he needs to understand something? Simple. Just try to find the instance that asks all these questions, and you will not find them. What always remains is that what you are, what you cannot not be. This absolute absence of every question, and also the question now, wait, is not there. What remains is this. This. Life itself, existence itself, dancing, just dancing. Yeah. Yeah, that things, thank you. Yeah, just check it. And if you find resonance, you can contact me. You know, I have one-on-one coachings. I have a WhatsApp group where I open now. So for a small amount of money in a month, you can ask me every day, every time, every question you have. I will always answer. I share many other things like videos, voice messages, quotes, comments, and you know, the community is just growing. So we are just, you know, also this opportunity, like a WhatsApp group and one-on-ones, and many other things like our plant will come. So I will let you know. And yeah, thank you. This is for you. Everything is for you. So no sound? There is no sound? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me, yeah? Okay. Guys, I will be back in 20 seconds, half minute, okay? Okay. Yeah, thank you for the likes. Many questions. Yeah. Then computer graphics bent the spoon. Yeah, good comment. But this scene is just like reminding ourselves that there is just no subject and object, yeah? That it's all consciousness dancing with itself. That this seemingly separation of the subject and outer world is suffering it's already. Because every possible way of separation, however it occurs, is already suffering itself. Because there is seemingly two, one and two, subject, object, separation. And this is the forgetfulness. As when this drops in this eternal moment, then what remains is just godliness. And know this separation and this tight energy of I am here, there are others, and all those fears and you know, ideas. I am this, I'm not this, and religion, believing, faith, and whatsoever concepts, spirituality, all bubbles, all just a dream, absolute dream of forgetfulness. And here we are to remind ourselves, yeah, that this is just a dream, just an illusion. Everything happens absolutely effortlessly, spontaneously, direct manifestation of God. Like I'm not thinking what I say, it just comes. It can only be immediate, absolute immediacy. Yeah. Boom, boom, this. And not like, okay, oh, I have to sit like this. Oh, I am live. Oh, okay. What do I say? Oh, how are you guys? You know, like this. Oh, I have to behave. I'm online. Oh my God, my t-shirt is not good. Oh, I have to iron it. You know, all this bullshit. It's like there's no fear because there's only me or you in everything, in every possible form. So it's just that what occurs, what appears directly manifesting. So the subject and object idea can just drop, and what remains is love. Unconditional love, just flowing. That's it. Yeah, like there's this beautiful quote, I don't know who said it, like the language of God is silence and everything else is like a bad translation, yeah? Or try of explanation, so like that. There is nothing but direct experience. Every thought and belief is an assumption or interpretation on top of what's already the case. Absolutely, yeah, exactly this. There is this immediacy of what is, and everything else is, again, boom, the ego and identification and trying to explain. But it's already too late. It's like an anchor, yeah? Who said it? Like every negativity is like an anchor, boom. Just, and the flow is seemingly then not seen as a flow, because everything is absolute flow of life, energy in motion, like the ocean and the waves, in absolute beautiful harmony with itself, all the same water, yeah? So how can a wave claim I am the wave? It's all the ocean playing all the roles. You only meet God everywhere you go, where you are, wherever. Hello, what's up? It's Brussels berries. Hello, all of you guys. You are so many. Thank you for being here. Just enjoy yourself. Just be yourself. Open yourself completely. This is the space for just opening with everything that is, whatever wants to be shared, whatever wants to be asked. You know, everything. Yeah, the idea of reincarnation again implies that there is somebody who can reincarnate. Like you are not incarnated here now, because who is incarnating? Who is there to incarnate in a body? Again, separation, you know? Again, an idea that you will reincarnate. Like life that you are will always eternally experience itself in every possible way. Like even if the universe disappears, which does every night everything disappears, in that what you are beyond consciousness. But everything is always possible, and every experience will be experienced in the whole eternity. Everything is simultaneously always. Yeah? Yeah. Hello, what's up? Saha? Ondrilia? There are no souls. Again, when there is a soul, in reality, it will be separation from life or whatsoever. And yeah, there is only consciousness, so to say, and you are that. You are not consciousness, but you are that what consciousness is. Because identifying yourself with consciousness will be again a separation going on, and I am consciousness, I am consciousness. But again, some instance that claiming I am consciousness, pure consciousness. But again, what is before consciousness? That's the question. Hello, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, I have no experience with mushrooms. So you might guys have it. You can maybe share. Yeah. When you experience Samadhi, Satori, again, you are an experiencer of something. Again, this is just an experience of an instance. So you can get to the state of enlightenment, but you are still in separation to yourself. And there's still just an experiencer of something that got a state of enlightenment or Satori. So this might happen for a second or for a moment when you think, oh, now I get it. Now I'm home. Now I'm myself. But it's still an instance. It's still a dream. Every possible state can be reached. By the question is, who is reaching any state? It's still an ego, yeah? And it might be so beautiful, yeah? State of nirvana, state of satori, beautiful. Yeah, I am the oneness. But it's still a separation going on, yeah? So it's not the real what is always, which doesn't know any identification in any state. Because every state, what is the nature of a state? Like it's the nature of the wave in the ocean. Comes and goes, comes and goes. You come into one state and then you fall back again. Because wherever you go, you come back again. Again, duality. Again, wherever you reach a state, it's just a state which is only for a certain time, and then you go back again. Again, this cannot not be that what you truly are, which doesn't know any states. Because it just is what it is. This freedom of any states, you don't need these bullshit states or reaching or learning. No state will ever be possible to reach forever or whatsoever. It's not a state. What you are is not a state. What you are is not a feeling. It just is absolute beingness, the absolute which is everything, which doesn't know any whatsoever. That's the beauty of your nature. And there is no time in it, there's no space in it, there is no real distance. Even if it seems like that in the dream of world, wherever you go, by foot or with your car, when you suggest you go from America to India, but that's what you truly are, did not move for 1 second or for 1 millimeter. It doesn't move. It cannot move because it just is. It's like the projector in the cinema. Whatever is projected on the wall, on the I don't know how to call it. It's just a projection. Everything is just a projection, but that what is the projector? It's not conditioned by the projection. So nothing can condition you. That's the beauty. Yeah, I am eating meat. Yes, I do. As you know, there is this interesting fact that even vegans have to supplement vitamin B12. And I read a lot about that and discovered many things. Like now I know that our body needs meat just of the fact that the evolutionary fact of the evolution of the body compared to the time where we got settled in one place, which is only 12,000 years ago, only 12,000 years ago. But before that, millions and millions of years, we've been hunting and gathering things, like mostly meat and a lot of fat and vegetables, nuts, some eggs, some fish, So this is where I'm now, and having this kind of diet, and I eat a meat, but very high quality meat, try to get the highest quality I can get, because of course when you get less quality meat into your body, you will get less quality of the body. Yeah? It's what you get in, you will get out. So just be aware what you put in your mouth, not only by food, also by drinking, what you are hearing, which kind of media, which kind of music, what are you watching, which movies, which information are you consumption, because this will make your body, either you're strong or you are just broken. Your mindset, either you're consuming positive things or you're consuming something which is based on fear, based on, you know, some bullshit concepts or whatsoever. So whatever you put in your body, hear, see, touch, you know, will make your appearance, yeah, seemingly. So be careful what you're consuming. Be aware of it, what you're consuming and what it does to you. Yeah, when you completely be by yourself, your authentic self, you will be the energy itself. So you can absolutely be conscious about what this activity does to me. What does this food to me? What does this, what I eat this, what it does to me? Do I feel better after that or less? You know? And then you can just see, okay, this doesn't serve me. I know what serves me instead. And then I focus on that. It's easy. And then you can only feel better, you know, the body can function much more properly. So yeah. Beer is divine too. Everything is divine, yes, of course. But you have to know for yourself what is good for your health. That's the only thing that matters. What is good for you? When beer is good for you, then beer is good for you. But I don't drink because I know that just one beer makes me already like I'm losing intelligence, so to say. Jack, this is the guy I banned for a certain time, I think. Yeah. Jack off? Yeah. Jack off. Yeah, he gets the next chance when he can join after 1 week, I think, because, yeah, negativity is not welcome here. We are just enjoying ourselves. We are just being in truth and accepting just being whatever is, yeah. Just a beautiful conversation, like self-talk, God in self-talk, yeah. I live in Germany, in the west, south Germany. So yeah. Hello, good evening, welcome. Started living from my higher self, yeah. Like there is not really a higher self because there is only that what self is. But in the seemingly dream, like that what you are, life itself is constantly talking to yourself and constantly pushing you into your passion, into your purpose, into that what life that you are wants to manifest through you, yeah, in the world, without separation. So the higher self, which you are, is not different from this because there's no lower self in reality. There's no higher and lower because, like, not in reality, because this will imply again a separation, which is not real. But yeah, it seems like that. There's like just a glimpse of clarity and some, you know, some like it's pushing yourself all the time. So yeah. Hey, what's up? Chirina, right? Thank you for subscription. Yeah, if you like the content, like this live streams will happen on a regular basis. Yeah. Yeah, the word God is the most misunderstood and most interpreted word in any direction. Like everybody has a different definition of this word. But this is just who you are. And there's no definition needed, because every definition will get away, like, seemingly from God. Like, because God doesn't need any definition. Everything happens in God. Even all those religions, everything that is, all this happens in God, because there's nothing else, yeah? But of course, the Word and the Bible, like, is the most complicated book, and all those, everybody has a different idea, but it's just, again, just a bubble and nothing. It's just forgetfulness, yeah? Okay, microphone is working. Jesus was just you in appearance in a forgotten world, spreading the, just the message to remind the people on their true nature. And because the world was so forgotten, he got crucified, on the cross and killed. So, yeah, Jesus was just an appearance, like everybody of you, in an absolute non-forgotten state, like a pure one with Father, one with God, and just spreading the words of love just to itself in a very forgotten world. Yeah. And now the whole, like, the global consciousness is always rising, seemingly to itself, just awakening, happens on every level, everywhere, like all the time. So in that case, we have many Jesuses today, because everybody is Jesus in that way. Everybody, without exception. Yeah. And all those believers of religion are just awaiting. Jesus will come back. Jesus will come back. Now they are waiting for over 2,000 years, and they will wait for another 2,000 years, because Jesus will never come back. Jesus never left world. In that case, like, it's just a symbol, but, and that's like the religion can use it to create fear, to create slaves, to create followers, so they have a power, yeah, which is getting less and less and less and less, because people are awakening. God is awakening to himself again, and all this bullshit of religion just drops, yeah. Love from India, love for Germany. Welcome, welcome. I'm teaching you how to trip, yeah, because that's what you are, is eternal trip which never ends. So you don't have to take any drug. You are tripping in whole eternity. This is the highest possible, best drug ever, because nothing can be better, nothing can be taken away from you, as you are God, unconditional love, where nothing ever happens. And just this absolute knowing who you are, it's just an absolute knowing without a knower. It's just absolute knowing, like, and trust that everything is always coming out of you, always everything absolute in perfect order. Everything is just an experience. You are tripping the whole eternity. There's no end, no beginning. That's what you are. You are only tripping. You are tripping here now, yeah, so to say. Isn't it nice and just beautiful and undescribable, because is it what you are? So it's not like something special, because you're not running on, oh wow, I this, but it's just absolute, this beauty itself. The jackpot, that's the title of the video today. You are the jackpot, the eternal jackpot. And what does it mean, jackpot, the eternal jackpot? You cannot lose anything and you cannot gain anything, because both would mean that your nature is either not enough or it could be better. Just imagine the eternal jackpot that you are. You cannot lose anything, never ever, and you cannot gain anything, never ever. This is who you are. The absolute beauty itself. The absolute unconditional freedom, love. Yeah. "10 minutes lag?" That's great. Sorry, but you can later watch everything. It's like posted. Yeah. Yeah, like this vitamin B. For me, it makes sense now. That's why people who are not eating meat have to supplement this. Or, when you don't eat like dairy, no. What did I say? Milk products and meat, when you don't eat none of them, you have to supplement. You will get problems. So for me, it makes sense that 99.5% of the whole evolutionary time of development of the human body was based on eating meat. Yeah. Like I said before, the settlement of humans, where they were living in one place and not hunting anymore because they can just, put a fence around the animals. 99.5% of the whole evolutionary time of the body was eating meat mainly. So that's why you have to supplement it if you don't eat any animal products. Yeah, it makes absolute sense. And people are getting problems. I also heard many people of real health issues with not eating meat. Yeah, or non animal products at all. Yeah, so it can be very dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. Polska. Yeah, thank you for being here. So many people today. I think it's a new record. That's nice. So if you enjoy this and if you feel resonance with me, you can just like and subscribe, because this kind of a format will be now like regularly. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for just being yourself. Yeah. Poland. Where is Poland? Yeah, it's in Europe. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So what religion? Like I said, the word religion, yeah, it's also a pointer. Like religion means literally R-E, which is back, legion, yeah, back to the first row, back to what you are. That's what religion is for, yeah. Like believing in some bullshit concepts, you think you are somebody who can believe in God or whatever, and then this has to drop, and then God remains. Yeah. So this beautiful sentence: every way leads to Rome. Every road leads to Rome, and Rome is amor from behind, which means love. Everything always leads to love, as there's nothing else. Yeah, there's only love every way. Even if you are a nihilist or Buddhist or Mohammed, whatsoever, Islamistic, Christianity, not believing whatsoever, everything is an expression of God, and everything always leads to God. every possible, impossible way. Because there is nothing else. It's the simplest thing, easiest thing, being what you are, because you cannot not be who you are. Cannot not be. Everything else is imposed, imagined. Yeah? Yeah, yeah. Hello, what's up? Bonnie? Yeah. There's no belief. That's what you truly are. Doesn't know any belief and doesn't need any belief. Because again, it will be a separation. And again, every kind of separation is hell. Like, how can that what you are need something? Even if it's a so beautiful belief in whatsoever, it's again separation of seemingly two. And a need or requirement or something that is not enough already. It's like, again, avoiding this beautiful moment that you are. And out of that, the belief comes out into imagination. And this is illusion itself. That's what you don't need. It's so simple. Who needs a belief? Who is there to need anything? You will not find this instance. You will not find the ego. It's just not possible because it's just not there. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus thought like after that will be no religion. Yeah. Because there is no religion in reality. Life doesn't need anything because life is everything. So religion will be again, what is religion? Yeah. Which game do you play? I don't play games anymore. Chess sometimes, chess maybe, chess. And I don't know if I will play GTA 6 next year when it comes out. Most probably yes, but I don't know. Because I grew up with GTA and played all of them. And it looks already great with the trailer, so let's see, maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but yeah, it looks very great and promising, GTA 6. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome. Yeah. All roads leads to God, exactly, because there's nothing else. So whatever gender, whatever, however is your manifestation, it's exactly that manifestation. Nothing wrong, nothing right about that. It's exactly as it has to be. So it's absolute okay. Everything, whatever arises, it's always okay. Yeah. Because it's the direct manifestation of that what God is. Yeah. There is no reality. There is no reality because, again, like left and right, when there is a reality, there has to be non-reality. Again, duality. And all those questions. What is reality? What is non-reality? Where is the relation? What is true? What is not true? All those questions. Who is asking all those questions? That's the question. Who is asking all those questions? Just be here and now and see there is just this, but nobody with any questions. And that's the answer. So simple, but seemingly so hard. So here we are to talk about that and release all this bullshit and just let go of this bullshit. You don't need anything. You already are home. You never left your home. You never can leave that what home is. It's just not possible. So yeah, just be. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. The word guru, the absolute guru that you are, is always present in every moment, because there is only guru, which you are. You are the absolute guru because there's nothing else. You are the guru who is playing all those roles and reminding himself all the time on your true nature. The only guru that can be is that what you are, truly are. Yeah. This is what you cannot not be. Yeah, GTA 6 is life itself. Yeah. I think many people will be just get like, they will not leave their computers on PlayStations. It will be a huge world with many possibilities. And the funny thing is, so many people are like investing so much money in GTA 5 online gaming, and then everything will be like zero. Yeah, that's crazy. Manifestation. Yeah. Okay, how did you reach the self-realization? Please, could you share your experience? Okay. Nobody gets any state of self-realization. Nobody gets there. Nobody gets anywhere because there is nobody to get anywhere. All this is just a seemingly dream that never happened, as that what you truly are is ever, always. It cannot not be. So it's a seemingly dream, not of reaching a state of enlightenment, not of reaching a state of awareness, of awakening, but what really happens is actually the idea of that it could happen just dissolves. And what you truly are just remains, as it is the only that is. So in this whole story, I will also make a video on that. It's not a topic for the live stream, but it is just a story which is absolute not real. Yeah, my hair is like, it's a story. It never really happened. So whatever happened in the seemingly past, which never happened, which was absolute hell and absolute suffering, like absolute chaos and hell and pain and suffering. You cannot, it's unbearable, undescribable what happened in the story of Lukasz, but it's just a story. This story is not different than going to kitchen, make a tea. Because the whole past never really happened. It's always the eternal moment, yeah? But the story of awakening was like an absolute resistance of life, absolute ego that knows something and can control the life. And therefore the suffering was like absolute unbearable, with many like accidents and suicide attempts and depressions and psychosis. I was running in psychosis like for years without treatment. So mental hospitals 6 times, bound to the bed completely for many days, depressions, everything. Like, but it is just a story. It never really happened, yeah? It just was like a dropping off of the ego idea. That's it. It's like when you fart, it smells for a while and then it's like not there anymore. So the ego is just a fart, smelling for some time. God is like farting, ego, okay. And then nothing happened. Yeah? That's the best explanation on YouTube. Yeah. No me can escape what is, exactly. Because nobody can get to any state. It's absolute statelessness. Statelessness. Because the nature of states is change. But that what you are is not a state. It is that what is every state, but not conditioned by any state, yeah? Yeah. Hi, I'm nobody, yeah. Nobody, like nobody and no thing, nothing. Here is nobody talking and there is nothing, nobody, no nothing. No thing, nobody. It's just consciousness talking to itself or God to himself. That's it. Yeah. How can there be suffering if there is no resistance? Yeah, absolutely. Like the suffering is the seemingly resistance, yeah. But when there is no I, no identification, no ego, no suffering. It never has been there, yeah. So, exactly. Do you know what's pain? Pain is an experience as everything else, like this one. This is an experience. And when there's a pain, there's the experience of pain. Beautiful. When there's experience of shitting, then there's the experience of shitting. When there's experience of driving a car, there's experience of driving a car. So all is just experience. Nothing is better or worse than the other. Yeah. Yeah, you are keeping attention to the world, to the outside. That's why you think the world is cruel and you know, all these concepts. You are putting attention to the outer world, which is not existing, because you think you are here and there's outer world and the world is so bad, it could be better. It should be better because it's not good as it is. But the world is an absolute perfection, as it has to be, otherwise it will be differently. And this is the lesson for you, not to identify with the outer world. Because this causes only suffering. And you say, oh, this is so cruel, this should be different. You are resisting life, you are resisting it yourself. You are running away from yourself, seemingly. That's why you suffer in that way. Yeah, pain is the pure experience, and suffering is like voluntary, yeah? Like I broke my foot 5 weeks ago, 10th of September, I broke my foot. 11th of September, I had a surgery. And I was happy about that. Like, yeah, oh, nice, okay, experience. I will sit now for 5 weeks and make videos for you guys. So, yeah, it was an experience. I was like, you know, there was the pain, and I was not like, oh, why me again? What can I do? Oh, I'm so poor. No, it was just exactly what life wants to manifest. Okay. Pain is pain. What is wrong about pain? Who needs to get rid of the pain? It's an absolute godly experience as pain. And it comes and goes, yeah? Yeah, thank you. So yes, this is it, guys. This what is. Not something, not an idea, not a belief, not an identification, not a wish, not an attachment, not an expectation. All those are running away from your godliness, running away from this beautiful eternal moment. There is just this, which is, you are dead. Nothing ever happened. Yeah. I remember seeing a child get hurt and the child didn't cry. The child just curiously looked around. It was only when the parent came in and panicked, then the child started crying too. Yeah. To get attention, to get something, the child, yeah. But yeah, it's like Jesus said, be like a child, then you are in heaven, like you are home. Like when you look in the face of a child, what do you see? This absolute innocence, yeah? Beautiful open eyes, shining eyes, smiling. The primal face, like Jesus' face. Just this absolute absence of everything, of thoughts, of concepts, just being the absolute presence. However, it manifests itself in playing a game, and the child is just playing around, doing this, not thinking on the future, not thinking on the past, not thinking on anything, just beingness, just being and playing. This is what we are, playing, being, playing. Immediate manifestation, immediacy of beingness. Just immediacy. But we are like, oh, I have to do this tomorrow and next week this, or what will happen? The past, oh my God. It's always running away, So being a child again, playing child. Being a child again. Getting back to this, of course, now as a mature, seemingly human, but just getting rid of all these concepts, all these bullshit ideas about yourself, about others, about whatsoever, which only causes suffering. Just being, absolute being. And then the dance itself, however it plays itself, it's always okay. As it comes out of you. Yeah. There are no human beings. There are no human beings. Thanks God. Be thankful. Be thankful for what you are. Like it's a contradiction itself, but just be this joy that there is just no human being outside there in the world. Because again, this will be a separation. Again, this is separation going on. Equal suffering. There's just this what is. How does the ego drop when you just clearly see that there has never been any ego? Then it has never been there. Simple. You will not find the ego. You will not even find yourself. Because that what you truly are is always and cannot not be. So just this self-realization is like the world awakening, spiritual awakening, self-realization, enlightenment and whatsoever, the ego loves these ideas. The ego just loves all those ideas because the ego has the hope by doing this, by doing that, by meditating, by visiting satsang, by watching Lukasz live streams, by going to spiritual teachers, reading books, it can get somewhere to the state where it finally will be home. But the ego exactly knows that by doing that, the ego can survive. So by just seeing that this will never end, it dissolves by itself, by the light of the consciousness that you are, where nothing ever happens. There has never been any ego. Yeah, there's one like missing, then we have 20. Yeah. And that's the advantage what the animals have. Yeah, they're just absolute in their in their environment, being a one, and then life is playing the animals like in absolute harmony. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Professor? Welcome. Yeah, life is experiencing itself as a human and a human body mind, a human and a dog, unseparately. There is no difference. It's the same energy. It's the same love playing a dog and a human. It's both expression of love in a different form. Yeah. And the same happens when you see a dog. Yeah. The dog is just absolute love. That's why it's called dog. From behind it's God, G-O-D. It's the pure love, loving you, unconditional. And then in that moment with the dog, you're just absolutely aware. And all this ego drops and you're smiling and, oh, this petty dog, hey, how are you? It's a moment of non-identification. You are yourself, the joy, the love. And then when the dog walks away, you're again in the ego. Hello, guys. What's up? Where is the human in direct experience? Exactly. Where is the human in direct where is the human here and now? Where is the human here and now? Is there any human? No. Direct experience, direct manifestation. So there's no distinctions going on. There's no separation in any way. It's just this what is. Direct, manifested as exactly this. Absolute ease of existence. The existence itself. Being what is. Yeah. You argue in the comments instead. Yeah. What? Yeah. Now you can learn. Just that it doesn't give you any joy when you argue in the comments. You're just trying to prove yourself, or you're trying to defend yourself, or you're trying to whatsoever, fighting against yourself. You're fighting against yourself. In any negativity, you're fighting against yourself. Basically, yeah. 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 So this is it. exactly as it is. No fight anymore, no psychological war in your head. When you just be, when you just are, just being. Deep breath, holding it, and breath out. So everything what is here, like most people have like something here, like stucking the energy. They cannot breathe really true. Like they only breathe here and then nothing more. Like whatever is here, just let it out. Let it be. Let it be loved. Let it be just accepted. Whatever is inside, stuck energy, because the energy wants to flow, whatever it is. All pain, all emotions, just let it be completely. That's the medicine. Feeling is healing. Just feeling. Just feeling. Not trying to get rid of something, not trying to justify something, to try to explain, but by just being and feeling, everything releases, yeah, automatically. Or step by step, or when there's a lot of pain or trauma, you can just embrace everything what is in your system, wherever it is. And then it releases. It will be coming up. Maybe some pain that you're carrying yourself the whole life can be finally accepted, can be finally be let it as it is, as it is. And the opportunity for that is every moment. To just finally let everything be, whatever is there. Yeah, just breathing. Breath is life, absolute. It gives you such an energy that you will not believe it's possible. Like, I implement this now into my daily life. Conscious breathing on fresh air, like very deep, holding the breath, letting it out several times, like 10 minutes. Absolute booster of energy, absolute. And it helps you again by conscious breathing, constant focusing on the breath. You are coming into here and now again. You are not distracted. You are by yourself, by the breathing, by the primal functions of the body. You are absolutely by yourself. Not distracted. You are focusing on that what is. That's the beauty, because the mind gets still, yeah? No distractions going on. It's a beautiful method. You can try it out by yourself. Sitting still and breathing consciously. It not only gives you many benefits on a physical level, it clears your mind, it brings you here and now back. That's the beauty of it, yeah. So I can recommend you the book by Wim Hof, the guy, the Iceman, you know, who is actually like a father of all this, and the ice baths, you know, very nice. I can really recommend you this book and this guy to watch him. Your guys competing for the crown here, first place and second place. Yeah. Don't write just word by word, because this will be spamming. Yeah. 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 Like, I have now 21 o'clock. I think we will also like maybe 5 minutes more. We get 2 hours. So we can just stop because, you know, yeah, for all of you guys are different time zones on the earth. Yeah, that's like, it's midnight. Where are you? 1:40 a.m.? Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, the time change, you did it as well. The clock change for 1 hour made me like really tired. I wanted to make a stream yesterday, but I was like, whoa. And I didn't know why. Well, like the clocks today are changing by themselves automatically on the phone. And I forgot about that. And I was like, what is going on? I'm so tired. So funny story. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Thank you for being here, guys. It's a very big pleasure for me. And yeah, I will let you know about all what is coming on. You can also check my website and my offers as you like. Like I said, I have this WhatsApp group with the idea that we are just all the time together, where everybody can just ask anything, anytime. So yeah. Russian have 3 time zones. Yeah, I can imagine that. Like the biggest country. Yeah. 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 Okay. Wow, the chat is like endless, guys. Yeah, I never been in Russia, but know some people from there. Like my place where I live, basically is like 50% at least half Russians or pure Russians, and many people from Kazakhstan here. So a lot of people. Yeah, it's like those people who came back in the time, you know. Many of those people here. It's like a very huge community. Like even less Germans, I think, living here. Yeah. I like Russians, of course. Everybody. Doesn't matter which nations, wherever you come from, you know, doesn't matter. The nation and the, you know, the race, everything is the same. The same consciousness playing everything. So how can you not love everybody and everything? Like seeing the love in everything, in everybody, because there's nothing else. So that's the truth, that everybody and everything is just you. Yeah, Polish like Russian. Polish, Russian, Jewish, German, American, everything the same, energy behind everything. Hey, what's up? So yeah. Oh, we have 2 hours. So I will also like end the stream now, guys, because I feel like tiredness coming. So I say very, very huge thank you for everybody being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I enjoyed it a lot. Really absolute inspiration and joy for me. So thank you for being here. This content will be regularly. I will also release offers with Zoom meetings where we can come together and talk and see each other and directly ask questions. And being even in more direct contact, like energy exchange can happen in a more immediate, direct way. So I will let you know, guys, about that. So thank you for being here, and have a nice here and now. Whoa.